It is happening. We are doing the dang thing. And I'm excited because I really believe that documenting this lull period and very in between period of my life that is including a lot of transitions is going to not only help myself to talk things through and walk through it and open up with y'all, but also help other women who are in the same chapter of life. And this podcast is going to be about growth and health and fitness and just developing a resilient mindset. So together, we're going to be able to create that dream life that we want right now. And I cannot wait to embark on this journey with you and watch you flourish. So this podcast I named Resilience Unplugged. Reason being is I think that resilience has this amazing, sparkly, like really cool aura about it. Like it just seems so awesome, but that's not the reality because resilience is hard. And I don't want this podcast to be just about excelling in life and only sharing the highs and the cool accomplishments that come along with being resilient, but also the lows and everything in between, because choosing resilience is not easy. And I never want to make it seem like it's a breeze to grow and become your future self, because it is hard work. It takes rewriting a lot of thought patterns. It takes you to the next level. But as anything, if it's worth having, it's not going to come easy. And that's what I believe this mindset will, one, bring you, but also it's, again, not going to be your first choice. And so I figured this first episode, why not get into the backstory, what resilience means, and why this word carries so much weight in my life. I guess the origin story of the word resilience, how it came about in Renee's vocabulary. Because to be quite frank, before I go through the story, I did not know what this word was. I heard it maybe 3 times in my life, never in my life used it. So let's get into it. About 4 or 5 years ago, I went through a really hard breakup. And at this point, I had never experienced that level of emptiness and sadness. And to say it hit me like a ton of bricks is an understatement. But I always prided myself on being independent and not needing anybody. This was a place that I had gone to that I had never been before and had no idea how to navigate. It was the point where I wouldn't get out of bed. I did not want to wake up. Like I just wanted to sleep my life away. I wasn't eating. I had no appetite. And I honestly lost all drive. And I'm a very driven person. So not having these feelings was so foreign to me. I remember laying in bed one morning and I was like, let me Google powerful words. Maybe this will help. Let's just see. I knew something had to change because I was about 2 months into this period. Mind you, at this time, I was working on going to PA school. So I was taking prereq courses for PA school, failing all of them. I also was a trainer at Gold's Gym and I coached classes too. And so in those classes, y'all, I would be tearing up because I was so sad and my focus was only on this heartbreak and the sadness. And so having tears welled in my eyes and I was trying to like blink them away I was like, you know what, Renee, you're fine. Stop. People cannot see you cry. And so I would just try and cover it up, but I was in such a bad emotional state. And I knew, again, something had to change. I just had no idea what to do. And so the lowest hanging fruit was, let me find some kind of phrase or something like slogan, motto I can use. And let me find a word first. Let's find a word, start with that. Googled words, and I Googled with an R because I wanted something I went like rhymed with Renee. It sounds so stupid, but I wanted something that was like something with Renee or Renee something. So Googled powerful R words and resilience kept popping up. Again, like I said before, I had no idea what resilience really meant. I never used it in my life, but that week I heard the word resilience so much. I saw it everywhere. I just took it as a sign. I was like, you know what? This is a word I need to live by and abide by. And I was like, God's telling me something. Let's run with it. And so I wrote it on my bathroom mirror. I would see it every morning. It was my phone's wallpaper. It was everywhere that I needed to be. It was there. And whenever I would go through a hard time, I'd say, you know what would the resilient version of Renee do? How would she act? How would she show up right now? And then I would do that. That's what I would focus on. And I would take action on how that person would act, not how I felt in that moment. And to this day, resilience has really carried me through very hard seasons, I would say, every easy season, every fun season that I've gone through. And it just became such a pivotal part in my life. I named my coaching business after it. And it's just something I'm really passionate about. And I really passionately want every woman to experience and channel and embody resilience. I think it is an amazing skill and mindset to have. And I'm really blessed to say that with my profession, we get to help women do this every day by putting their self and their health first for the first time in a long freaking time, so they can become their future version of their self they're wanting to be. And this podcast is just an extension of that. This podcast is my next venture to do this on a larger scale if possible. And thinking about it gets me so giddy. I am so excited about this, very nervous, but very excited. And I'm ready to have you along on this journey with me and hear about the strides you're going to make and the changes you're going to make and all the things you're going to accomplish by really channeling your inner resilience. And together we're going to become the most resilient version of ourselves. And I said excited so much in this podcast, but I really can't wait. So that is the conclusion of our first episode. Let's close it out with go be resilient today. And I cannot wait to talk with you next week.